Good afternoon. Welcome back to Voices of Courage Asia channel. This is Lilian here, and today we are highlighting another entrepreneur, and she is none other than Jaime. Hi, Jaime.
Hi, Lilian.
Hi. Right. Before we, get to know a little bit more about Jaime, for those of you who are joining us for the very first time at Voices of Courage Asia channel, please do subscribe to our channel, click like, subscribe, and share. Right. So you want to share this interview with as many women, aspiring entrepreneurs as possible, and learn from Jaime. What are her challenges in her entrepreneurial journey? Okay, so Jaime, how have you been? I've didn't catch up with you for quite a bit.
It's been a bit crazy with COVID. I guess everyone's just taking their turns and getting COVID, myself included. So it's been a bit of a catch-up game in the last month or so. Yeah, but
Mhm,
it's been interesting. So I guess
mhm.
hopefully we can put this behind us and then move forward with new and exciting projects coming up ahead. Yep.
Yeah, and for those of you who do not know Jaime is the founder of HYJK. And Jaime, you want to share with the audience, what is, first of all, what is HYJK, and after that, we get to know a little bit more about you.
Sure. Okay, so HYJK is basically an interior design firm. And how we got the name is that because my husband and I actually set up this firm together. So he's Hong Yi and I'm Jaime Koh. So we got it as HYJK. And also it's easy to remember. It's like almost like the letters of the alphabet, right? HYJK. And
Ah,
also has a bit of a Scandinavian spin, which is what we like in our design. We have take a lot of inspiration from Scandinavian design, clean lines, bright spaces, things like that. So that is how we got HYJK going since 2015. So it's coming to about 8 years now.
mm,
Been quite some time since we started off, and yeah, we have grown quite a lot over the years.
right. Wow, I was in the interior design industry for a while, and I can understand the challenges but also the excitement and the ventures, because it's a very creative world, right, where a lot of creative juice is required. Yeah, and especially if you love furnishing and interior design, this is really a passion turned into profit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But in a nutshell, right, share with our audience a little bit about yourself first before, we go into all about the business and your challenges. Yeah. Tell us something, some fun fact about you.
Okay, sure. So I'm actually a very dynamic person. I like to be up
Mhm.
and about. I do a lot of sports, and I love the great outdoors. So in my free time, like as a hobby, I have two interesting hobbies. One is shooting. I do target shooting in Singapore, and I also do take my Land Rover Defender to do four-wheel drive driving in Malaysia,
Wow.
Thailand. Yeah, so we love camping and hiking, trekking, things like that. Yeah. So
Wow.
yeah,
Already sounds so fun.
yeah. So
Yes,
that's
tell us more. Tell us more.
yeah. So besides that, I'm actually kind of character wise, I'm quite of a arranger kind of person. I like to plan things out, right? Whether it's trips, events, projects, which is why I do project management in my company. And also, I think end of the day, my life mission is to actually put a smile on someone else's face. Yeah, so that's been something that I've always lived by since I was 17, I believe. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Why 17? What's that significant age that you highlighted?
I think yeah, it's just the year I got into JC, and then uh, I realized, it's not the world is not just about myself. Yeah, at that time, after getting and then yes, of course we study, we want to go to university and everything, but the world is not always about ourselves. A lot of times we help each other out. We help our fellow JC mates, fellow friends who are in trouble out. Yeah, and to get there together, I guess.
Wow. Yeah, that's the beginning of a discovery of about more about yourself and your passion and aspiration, right? Wow. Okay. Right. I mean, today, it's about we want to find out about, to learn from your journey in your entrepreneurial journey. I mean, 8 years is quite a milestone to celebrate, because most businesses, we know, startups, if they can survive the first 3 years, it's already quite a milestone. And you have already survived the fifth year, and then now it's the eighth year of going on, 2 more years, and you will hit the 10th anniversary.
Yeah.
Tell us about your business. What's so unique about it?
Okay, so for an interior design firm, we are very different from the interior design firms in Singapore. We actually take a lot of reference from the Western nations, Europe,
Mm-hmm.
New York, Japan, and also countries like Japan. And the way that we run our firm is actually like an architectural firm. We really look at design first.
Mm,
Design not just form, not just aesthetics. We also look at function. At the end of
mm,
the day, we are a done for you interior design firm. Basically, our clients trust us to handle the entire project for them, whether
mm.
so from design to implementation to decorations and full fit out and staging if necessary. Then we hand
Staging.
over. Yeah. So basically, a done for you interior design firm, where we pride ourselves looking at quality, looking at service and excellence, rather than just getting the project out and done as fast as possible. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and understanding that interior design, because it's involving the whole house, right, or the whole property. There's so many details, so many variables that you have to take care of. I mean, and that highlight. I mean, that shows that there are many people, the different parties that you need to liaise and coordinate with. Yeah. So
Yeah.
what were some of your challenges, or struggles when you were starting out as an entrepreneur in this industry?
Okay, I think at the start was that both of us have never worked in an interior design firm. Yeah. Although my husband has a background in it, he's always been doing freelance design projects. So we really decided to just take the plunge, and we spent a lot of time just going to job sites. I'll be at job sites every day on the weekdays, whole day every day, just to learn from the different craftsmen how things should be done, how things what's the proper way to do certain things, how to check on certain things, different methodologies for various types of craftsmanship. So besides all of this learning, I think what was key in actually scaling and expanding was actually putting together all the business processes, which we will not have as a startup, right? When we just start
Mm,
out, we don't have a HR team, we don't have an accounting team, we don't have programs, IT software in place. So everything was very
mm,
manual, just using Excel, whatever, however we know how to do it. And that actually up to today we are still doing that, in the sense that we are still refining our business processes, looking at how can we save time. If it takes 2 hours to do it manually, maybe with a software it's only 1 hour, and we save half the time doing things like
mm,
that. So I think a lot of times was actually spending being able to dedicate time to build the business, while
mm,
also having to take on a lot of the day-to-day tasks, right? Actually attending to the
yeah.
projects and all that. So it's always that fine balance. We cannot just, a lot of times we are always tempted to just look at the day-to-day. Okay, this is the day-to-day work, this is the task I have to do. But then we neglect building the business. So I think that was a challenge time
Mm.
getting everything done at the start with very, very minimal resources. Yeah.
Wow. And does that requires a lot of like your passion to in order to so called balance that and to be involved in that all that, because there's so much of to do, right? So much work and to do, between both sides of what you have mentioned. I think after hearing what you have been sharing, I think it requires a lot of passion in this work, in order to stay in it, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, so passion, and also I think what really helps is scheduling it. So like
Mm.
my company, we take about half an hour to an hour every Wednesday just to
Mm-hmm.
sit down and to work on the business. Yeah,
Right.
correct.
I mean, I can hear from what how you're sharing it is that you really sound passionate about the business. But so let's backtrack a little bit, because you have been you went into the different challenges. But let's backtrack a little bit. Why do you even choose this particular industry or this business in the first place?
Okay. So when my husband and I, when we actually doing up our own place, we back then we were both full time staff. I was working in Citibank and he was working in PNG, and we are very very busy on the weekdays, and sometimes on the weekends we just really don't want to do anything but relax on the weekends because we do a lot of overtime. And when we were looking for interior design firms in Singapore, we were okay to pay a bit of a premium, but not like exorbitant amounts, to actually get someone to handle the entire project for us. So we managed to engage an interior design firm. They were very good at the project management, but we felt that in terms of design and in terms of thought processes and practicality, not so much. Because for our space, we don't actually have any space for storage. We don't have a storeroom, so we need to ensure that all of our outdoor items, right, like our camping items, coolers, tents, and everything, all of that has a have a place to be kept neatly. But we realized that we couldn't find any interior design firm to do that for us, and we had to do all of that planning at our end to ensure that okay, all of this has a space to be stored. Because a lot of times, most interior design firms, if you ask them to design a wardrobe, it will be a standard wardrobe. If you ask them to design a shoe cabinet, it will be a standard shoe cabinet. So
Mm.
we felt that there was actually a gap in the market for the premium segment, and to also address this problem of space in Singapore, which a lot of us do face, especially in condos and especially the new BTOs, HDB BTOs as well. And even in landed
Mm.
property, terrace houses, we have a lot of clients coming to us for space optimization. So
Mm.
we decided this is something viable. This is something that we can look at. Um, and
Mm.
and today we are actually we pride ourselves on being experts in space optimization. We help our clients achieve and maximize their space. Yeah.
Right, right. So it was actually from your own personal experience that you discover this gap, and it now becomes your unique selling proposition, isn't it? Space optimization.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. Interesting. Yeah. I think the best learning, right, to me, I personally I feel is when we are doing something that we have personally experienced it, and therefore we know the pain, right? We know the pain of going through that struggle, and providing that solutions is becomes more convincing, and you have the confidence because you created the solution. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now let's go a little bit into your mindset, right? Because we know that being an entrepreneur, is also actually a leader as well. And being an entrepreneur, the mindset is very important. Having the beliefs and the strong mentality that you have to overcome all those challenges that you face in your business. What would you say are some of the mindset or beliefs that you needed to address to overcome maybe a specific challenge that pops out in your head that you can share with the audience?
Okay, sure.
Mm.
I would say resilience, definitely,
Mm-hmm.
especially in these last couple of years. I think every business will go through cycles, whether with or without COVID. There was always a recession, and there's always challenges that we have to push through. And it's really this resilience and positivity that you have to carry for not just for yourself, but for your team to keep going on, to look at solutions, how we can manage to steer the company in the right direction,
Mm.
while of course giving assurance to all of our employees and teammates and also
Mm-hmm.
partners, suppliers. So I would say positivity, resilience, and also when we face any challenges, I think it's very key that we look at solutions. Some people,
Mm.
they face challenges and then they start to find fault with others. Whose fault is this? Why are we in this?
Mm.
This and that. I think that's not necessary at all. In fact, that should be the last thing on your mind. The first thing you should be doing is just looking for solutions, working as a team if need be, to find solutions to get through the challenge, to overcome the
Mm.
challenges lah. Yeah.
Wow, yeah, that's like problem solver, right? You want to be a problem solver and not creating problems and pointing fingers when things go wrong. Yeah. Yeah, I think yes, positivity is so very much needed. Yeah, because there's so much negativity going on around in this day and age. Yeah,
Yeah.
and in spite of all the readily available knowledge and information that is around, it doesn't help actually. It doesn't help in having positivity. It creates more negativity. Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Right. So, okay. So having that resilience, and the tenacity and the positivity, yeah, and I guess just now you mentioned, the attitude that I'm seeing exuding from you is being a problem solver as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm. Right. How about some practical actions that you took, to actually stay in the game and achieve your goals? I'm sure there's a lot of challenges. Maybe you just want to name one that probably would be most of the entrepreneurs out there will be able to resonate with. And what were the actions that you took to actually stay in the game and achieve your goals?
Okay. So I would say cash flow. I think that's a big thing for all entrepreneurs, especially during tough times,
Mhm.
and especially during COVID. Like we were hit half year's worth of revenue during COVID, which is a lot when you have overheads to continue to pay for all your overheads. What we actually did was the first thing is that we cut our own salary. The bosses, myself and my
Mm.
husband, directors cut our own salary, and also we also did that at the start, when we didn't have enough funds to pay ourselves. We either took a very low salary or we didn't pay ourselves at the start. And also through COVID, instead of cutting our employees salary, which a lot of people in our industry were doing, most of them were doing about 30% pay cuts for their staff. We didn't want to do that. We just told them, okay,
Mm.
no bonus, because obviously we are in negative, but we are not going to cut your salary. So why we wanted to do that was because, one, if we wanted to inspire confidence in our own employees that we are going to push through, and we are not going to
Mm.
take advantage of everyone is cutting salary, so we'll just cut salary 30% and go with the flow. Two
Mm.
is that we acknowledge that our guys has been with us for some time, and it's also a lot more difficult if, let's say, they do leave. It's a lot more difficult to get someone in and to train them to become up to speed once the jobs
Mm.
start coming in post COVID.
Right. Right.
It's actually a very big cost impact to start again, and time, not
Yep.
just, yeah, so a lot of resources to train someone up. So
Yep.
we felt that it's a lot, it makes a lot more sense to not cut our employees' salary, to keep them
Mm.
with us, and also to let them know we are taking care of them. And then at the end of the day,
Wow.
cut our own salary. Yeah.
Wow. I think that's awesome. That's a great leader there that you are leading by example over there. And I think not many bosses out there would actually take that kind of action. Yeah. So that is really a servant leader, a really big heart out there that I'm hearing from you. Thanks, Jamie, for sharing that very, very precious, valuable lesson and experience that you had. And you guys pulled through. Your team stayed with you, right? Everyone is, I believe it is more united and close knitted after going through the tough times together. And
Yeah.
knowing that your bosses will take care of you, they cut their own salary instead of the staff salary. I think this is really very admirable, a great lesson for all of us to learn. Yeah, thank you for sharing that very precious lesson and experience over there. Yeah,
Sure.
right. And we know that Definitely hearing from how you're sharing, I'm sure you have strong core values in your company and even in your life, right? Share with us, what are some of the core values um, that you actually like, advocate and encourage in your business.
Okay. So yeah, we have 7 core values.
Mm.
Um, Innovation, definitely in our line of work, we need creativity and
Yes.
innovation. Um, Next is also social responsibility. We do recognize that in the construction line, there's a lot of waste, and what we are trying to do is that we are trying to become more green. As now a lot of people are actually getting on this. I think BCA is one of the top priorities for BCA as well. Is looking
Mm.
at this, and at the end of the day, it's really up to designers and architects to be considerate of what are the materials we are using, what
Mm.
methodology we are using. Can we reuse certain items, etc. Really, our social responsibility to the planet, to other people as well. Yeah.
Mm.
In our business, integrity is very, very important.
Yes,
A lot
yes.
of times in our industry, it's very, very tempting not to be honest and upfront, and it's very easy to do so. I will tell you as a designer, but at the
Mm.
end of the day, you once once people find out you are that sort of company, your reputation goes down the drain. So I think it's very
Mm.
important, and we owe it to ourselves as well to have this integrity in the way we do
Yep.
business. um, we are also looking at excellence, especially for our segment. We are looking at premium to luxury segments. We believe in excellence in whatever we do, whether it's project management, managing
Mm.
our own suppliers, and our suppliers and partners all have to be up to par. We also believe in excellence for all our design work, etc., etc. Service, definitely the way we communicate with our clients, going above and beyond what is expected from our clients.
Mm.
Collaboration. I think at the end of the day, definitely collaboration within the team, and also more and more post COVID would be collaboration across different companies. So we've
Mm.
actually been striking up a lot of partnerships, pooling resources together with other architectural firms, with other interior design firms, contractors, etc., to share resources, to
Mm.
collaborate on projects. Yeah. And growth. I think end of the day, growth. Not so much as talking about business growth, but talking about growth for our own staff, for ourselves, for our staff. We don't want our staff to come in and stagnate, and not learn anything and just repeat the same thing day in and day out. Even if it's the same type of project, definitely from year one when you come in, and the way you do your design and drawings shouldn't be the same way that you do it like in year three. There must be some
Mm.
sort of growth and expertise that you build over that. Yeah. So those are our 7 core values lah, that we live by. Yeah.
Wow, that's powerful core values. I think very, very good, very, very good ones. Um, I, I love all of them, and but in particular to our Her Courage Business Network platform, which we are all in this networking platform, right? I think collaboration. Just now you mentioned about collaboration. In fact, every core value that you mentioned is critical, and they're all very important. And I really love all of them. But just want to highlight one particular one, which you mentioned: collaboration, sharing of resources, coming together. Especially during very challenging times. For business owners, we don't want to be struggling on our own, and to be able to partner with different ones, sharing resources or to support each one in our strength. Yeah, I think that will help the company to actually scale and grow bigger, right? Because we can always, like, you can bid for in your industry. If you collaborate, you may even bid for bigger projects, right?
That's
And
right.
then to be on your own.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Now, of course, her Courage Business Network, definitely, we have two components
Yep.
that we want to advocate and encourage in our platform. And that is, to develop courageous women leaders, right?
Yep.
And so what does the courage and leadership, means to you, Jamie?
Yeah, I think for courage and leadership will be having true grit. Yeah, to be able to band people together to push through tough times, because those are the times that actually break the company. And to really be able to motivate and inspire, and be an example for your staff,
Mm,
and to set that culture, of treating people well, whether it's our own employees, whether it's our partners and suppliers, contractors, especially in our industry. A lot of people do not treat the contractors well, only treat the clients well. I don't think that's the right way. So
mm,
also, by example, treating and respecting all of our partners, and craftsmen, and
mm,
also building a culture of trust,
mm,
whereby we empower our staff to
mm-hmm,
to do the work, and end of the day they also have a form of trust in us, confidence in us, in our leadership, to steer through tough times, and then
mm,
stick together. Yeah, so I think end of the day, it's really, yeah, like you mentioned earlier, it's really servant leadership. That's one, and
mm-hmm.
building the right culture lah. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I think building the right culture is something that is challenging, but I mean that's why the leaders, everything rises and falls on leadership, right? John
Yeah.
Maxwell like to say this, and we also learn by leading by example, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, and wow, thanks for sharing so much, Jamie, about your company, and especially, we through this interview we really get to know a little bit more about Jamie herself, her character. And I remember this quote that someone said, people may like you, for who you are, but when they do business with you, is they trust you, right? They
Yeah.
trust you. People do business with you because they trust you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do visit the website. This is the website, right? HYJKdesign.com, where you can find out everything, all the different services that's provided by Jamie and her husband. They are power couple team. Yeah. Right. And besides this, how can the audience connect with you, Jamie?
Okay, so our website will be the easiest way. If not, you can also find us on Facebook. You can search for
Mm-hmm.
us on Facebook as well as Instagram. Yeah, if
Mm-hmm.
not, you can just take down my number, 91463077. That would be the fastest way to connect to me.
9146
3077.
3077. Right. Yeah. Click on the link, I'll put the link in the description so you can check out their website, and all the contacts are there as well. Yeah. Really appreciate your time to come and share with us your journey, and the different challenges that you face. So do connect with Jamie, right? Find out more about herself, find out more about her. Come to network with us at the Her Courage Business Network, and that's where you will see her. You'll meet her, not only just Jamie, but many other entrepreneurs as well. Yeah, we hope to develop a culture. Like what Jamie mentioned, we also hope to develop a culture of courageous women leaders in the marketplace to use our business for good and create a positive impact, in our sphere of influence. So thank you so much once again, Jamie. And I'll see you at the networking. And thank you for our audience for joining us. Remember to subscribe to the channel, like and share, right? And share share this video with your friends who need a trusted and reliable interior designer, right? To look for Jamie and her husband. All right. Any other last word to say before we say goodbye?
No, I think we've covered it all. Thank you very much, Lilian. Thank you for having me on this chat show.
Right. Thank you. And we'll see you all soon again in our next episode. Bye.